So when she says no bond, she really means re-examination of bail eligibility hearing. You know how she is, man. She'll be saying followers when it really means subscribers. You know what I mean? So she's doing that here.
Filmed anything they weren't supposed to be filming. In talking about the no bond hearing, there was a no bond hearing held in this case. It actually took place over 2 days. There was testimony given at the no bond hearing. There were exhibits presented at the no bond hearing. So a full no bond hearing did happen. So Mr. Myers is referencing 7.4 when it transfers, but he's not indicated any change in circumstances warranting another review. I think he's under the false impression that this court is holding 2 no bond hearings every time somebody's held without bond, but that's not the case. It's extremely rare that after a first no bond hearing is held, that a second one is held, because there's usually nothing new that would be presented at it.
I'm not aware of any. Are you? Just because I haven't.
I'm sorry.
I just wondered if you were aware of any where a no bond had a second no bond hearing. I'm not aware of any, but
no. Okay. No, I cannot think of a single case where somebody has had a second no bond hearing.
Dude. Oh my God, have you heard of this in all your years? No, I haven't. No, because it's so silly. Why would you have a second one? Okay, bitches. The reason that they're having a little fucking heart-to-heart joke right now, number one, is so on the record, whenever they find out that they're wrong, that whenever the appeals court reads it, they're going to be like, oh, I guess it was an honest mistake, right? You know what I'm saying? But really, they're having an inside joke right now and laughing at everybody, because the only reason that somebody would get something like that is because they changed courts. Now, if you changed courts as a defendant, you would experience the 2 bond hearings, because you would have one in one court and one in another. But if you were a judge and a prosecutor that were colluding together, you wouldn't ever see one that had 2, because that person would either be leaving your court, having one, or coming to your court and getting a new one, right? So y'all are stupid. But anyways, that's not the point of this video. My point of this video is the bond eligibility hearing should be on the case 1454, right? But they're not. They're putting the admitted entries on the other one. Well, okay, look, check it out. Well, first, let me tell you what they've been doing. So they call it a no bond hearing until Elaine realized that what she was talking about after they kept continuing it was talking about the bail examination, re-eligibility, whatever, the correct nomenclature for it. So he called them out on it. Then they started calling it a rehearing on conditions of release or some shit like that. So it's some other completely different word. Now they've got a whole new one for it, which is way more clever, but it's still wrong. So anyway, what they've been doing is that they each come up with a new term for it, and then in the minute entries, when he figures it out, it's weeks and weeks later, and that's what they've been doing. And so anyway, here's how they're doing it now. This is the case number where he already has a bond. It's like $100 or $500 or something. So none of his bond reexamination should be on this one. You know what I mean? Because it's the wrong one. But he's got this defendant's motion for reconsideration of bond eligibility. Dude, so now, okay, that's just hilarious on 2 different levels. But what's weird is that it's available and that it says the words. So like, okay, what they've been doing to fuck him. Okay, so first, you see how it says re motion to dismiss, and then here on the side it says re. Okay, well that means response, right? In the middle column where the big circle just was is the caption. So that's the one you can physically type in yourself. And the way it normally goes is if you put in a motion to change judge like this, then your response will say response to motion to change judge like this, right? And that's how it should be. Okay, and this is the one in question, the motion or whatever to re-examine bail eligibility is the proper nomenclature. Now, check this out. Reconsideration to determine bond eligibility. That is fucking clever, I'm not gonna lie. But what he's trying to do is he's trying to make it an oral arguments hearing instead of a re-examination evidentiary hearing like it should be. Not only is it just a joke that he even thinks he can have a hearing over it because it's supposed to be automatic, but he thinks he can deny it with or without prejudice. And he's calling it, now they're calling it the reconsideration for bond eligibility. Reconsideration to determine bond eligibility. Now, I just wanted to get this out there real quick, just in case they decide to change it. But that is fucking slick, dude. That is top-notch fucking weasel fucking move, dude. That is a top-notch weasel move. I mean, I'm impressed. I mean, it's dirty, low-down, disgusting, shitty, fucking, just should not be even in existence behavior by a judge / prosecutor, but it's pretty good, dude. As far as a weasel is concerned, that's top notch. And I know, I'm not saying Lane doesn't know. I'm sure Lane is, he's aware of everything, I'm pretty sure, but just, he might not know, but it's on the wrong one. It's on his 2025 1060 instead of the 1454, and it's answered. Instead of saying response, right, they put defendants, like it would, like, you know what I mean? So it might be it might be easy to overlook. And what else was I going to say? It is a response. So, like, he responded on the same minute entry that it was motioned on or whatever, but it's disguised as a motion and not a response. So, anyways, it's responded to and disguised as a motion. And of course, they're going to say, oh, well, that's where it went. Ha, 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 ha. I couldn't read your writing, so I just wrote what I thought it was said, right? And they're going to pull all those moves or whatever, but it was deliberately put there, and the words were deliberately changed. So, fucking liars. Like Bonnie and Clyde, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking 2025. Rachel and Doug, baby. Y'all are fucking losers.